on today.
WWL TV meteorologist Pete Malone's local weather expert forecast coming up. New information this morning on the deadly shooting on St. Charles Avenue at Terpsichore as Bacchus paraded by last night.
Lawrence Police Department has apprehended 21-year-old Mansur Emoji moments after the shooting occurred last night.
NOPD Chief Michelle Woodfork says cops booked Emoji for illegal carrying of a weapon. Chief Woodfork says they are still gathering information about who exactly did the shooting in the crowd. She says multiple guns were taken from the scene. One man was killed, 4 others, including a child, were shot. Cops are investigating a shooting on I-10 overnight happened near Louisa Street shortly after 10 p.m. Cops say one vehicle approached another and an occupant fired several shots. One person was injured and taken to the hospital. King and Queen of Rex will rule and enter Spanish Plaza tonight to begin their rule over Carnival. Both have deep ties to the city of New Orleans.
Ludovico Fioli is a political science professor at Tulane. He became involved with Rex in the 1980s thanks to his wife and her grandmother.
Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that would happen, up to the point where I was told that I had been chosen as this year's king.
Queen Eveline Finlay Gomila is a New Orleans native whose father and brothers have served in the Rex court. She's been hard at work since last year when she learned that she'd be queen.
Since then, it's just been busy preparing, designing the dress and getting all the details in place, but it's been exciting to be able to really get to experience it all now instead of just thinking about it.
Ian Ozan, WWL First News.
CBS News Brief. President Biden's made an unannounced visit to Ukraine, where he met with President Zelensky and pledged continued support as the war nears its one-year anniversary. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
At a joint statement in Kyiv alongside his Ukrainian counterpart, Mr. Biden announced an extra $500 million in U.S. assistance for Ukraine, including shells for howitzers, anti-tank missiles, and air surveillance radar.
Just in, a magnitude 6.3 earthquake has hit the Turkish-Syria border, where tens of thousands died in earthquakes 2 weeks ago. Comes hours after Secretary of State Blinken visited the region. People in Plains, Georgia, praying for 98-year-old former President Jimmy Carter, who remains in hospice care at his home there.
He is that example that the Bible talks about.
Students heading back to classes at Michigan State University. 1 week to the day, a gunman killed 3 students and wounded 5 others there. School officials say it will help with healing. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The number of guns intercepted at the nation's airports is at an all-time high.
The TSA intercepted a record 6,542 guns at U.S. airports last year. That's roughly 18 a day. Southern and western airports reported the most interceptions. Almost invariably, passengers found with a gun in their carry-on express shock and say they'd simply forgotten it was there. Penalties can include confiscation, the loss of a passenger's pre-check status, and if the TSA believes there was a deliberate attempt to smuggle a gun on board, a fine of close to $15,000. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
Here's Charlie Long with WWL Sports.
This WWL Sports Update is brought to you by People's Health. Entering opening weekend of the 2023 college baseball season, LSU was ranked #1 and they delivered with an impressive sweep of Western Michigan. The Tigers have a few more weeks of non-conference play before they begin an SEC gauntlet. D1 Baseball Managing Editor Kendall Rogers said this season's SEC may be the best we've ever seen the conference due to the level of player talent among the top teams.
You know, there for a while it was the teams dominated all the rankings. Now it's getting to the point where when you look at the prospect rankings in general, the talent level in this league, we were doing our 2024 top 550 prospects today for drafting 2 years. And, I mean, I'm telling you, I think like 14 of the top 16 guys are SEC players. So the SEC is considered, you know, the old school NLE.
To cement Kendall's point, 7 of the top 10 teams in D1 Baseball's preseason rankings were from the SEC. The talented Tigers are back in action tomorrow afternoon when they host Southern University. And after that, they'll travel to Texas for the Round Rock Classic, where they'll play Kansas State, Iowa, and Sam Houston State this weekend. Charlie Long, WWL Sports.
Today at 4 on WWL Sports Talk with Bobby Hebert and Mike Detillier, looking at the top college running backs that are in the NFL draft. Should the Saints spend an early pick to bolster their backfield? Plus, recapping LSU baseball's opening weekend. Then at 7, go inside LSU basketball on the Matt McMahon Show on WWL and streaming on the Odyssey app. No market numbers to report today. Trading is closed for President's Day. The local weather expert forecast is next. WWL News Time 12:05.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save.
Late morning and afternoon, upper 70s to near 80 degrees for your Mardi Gras, so a warm one and a little bit muggier. Heading in through the rest of the week, spring-like weather is here to stay. We're going to be near 80 degrees all the way into the weekend. From your local weather expert forecast center, I'm WWL meteorologist Pete Malone.
73 degrees in New Orleans, 76 across the lake. I'm Chris Miller, WWL First News. As we are now just hours away from Fat Tuesday. 12 hours from now, we will usher in Mardi Gras Day, and looking forward to it. But a whole lot is going to happen between now and then. And one of my favorite events during all of Carnival is the Rex arrival at Spanish Plaza. It's just the pomp and circumstance, the pageantry, the sounding of the royal horns, shooting off of the fireworks. It's all just a great time with some great entertainment and some great food and drink right next to Woldenberg Park, where, of course, Zulu is partying all day, so you can kind of mix and intermingle the two and hang out and enjoy yourself. One of the men who helped envision this celebration is Mardi Gras historian Errol Lafourche. Hey, Errol, happy Mardi Gras.
Hey, Dave, yeah. Mardi Gras, wow.
You know, it always feels like it's got to take forever to get here, and then suddenly it's all upon us, and we're almost through. So, savor every moment. So years ago, you, amongst others, had this vision of turning what was a sleepy Monday afternoon before Fat Tuesday into something worth celebrating, and now it's been going on for a couple of decades, and it really is a fantastic celebration. Tell folks about the
if you don't mind me saying, it started, it was me, okay? And then gradually more people joined in. The night before Mardi Gras was really kind of a quiet time. The day before they're doing parades and Bacchus, and after there was everything.